Hello, welcome to Project Cars 2. We are at Bathurst once again for the A to Z time trial. Today we are in the Audi A1 Quattro, a bit lower horsepower than that 90 Quattro beast that we were driving before. Quite a bit less horsepower. I think this thing has 275 actually. So, we are on to the setup page. I had to show clips of each one of the settings here because Dum me got the recording of the audio of the car but not of my voice. But luckily for the drive, we've got my voice from my phone recording. Keep making mistakes like that. I forgot to change my NVIDIA Shadowplay audio playback on my headset to the right thing. So luckily we were able to save it because this is a fun one today. So anyway, let's get on to the settings stuff here, shall we? We have the tire, brakes, and chassis. We're running soft on everything here. Tire pressure, I believe I went down. I think the tire pressure on the front left, front rear left, and rear right are the same. I reduced the tire pressure slightly on the front right. It was getting way too hot. Just the front right. It was turning like yellow by the end of the first lap, so I changed that. Brake pressure I set to 95%. Brake balance, we went pretty far forward, which I like doing on this track so we don't lose the rear end going over the crests. Alright, we will move on to the suspension page now. Alright, we're on to the suspension. Let's see here. I don't think we changed a whole lot. I maybe have made the rear a bit softer on the spring rate. Looks like everything else is default on the suspension, so I'll leave this up here for a second. No, I was gonna say maybe I changed the ride height, but I think that's all the lower the car goes is 100 millimeters. All right. We will head on to the damper now. All right, we're on to the damper page now. I believe I changed, before I made the run, I was struggling to get like mid 232s in this car. Like I was really struggling. I drove it for probably 2 hours yesterday and I just could not get, I think I had one low 232 and it was, I mean, that was after like an hour and a half. So came back, drove it today, and I decided to make a few more changes to the setup I had. And I think I went down one on the slow rebound on the front and the rear, and I think that's all I did. I'm fairly certain. You have to look at that. Let's see here. Some of these others might be different. I'm not sure. I actually took the Ghost for first place and I was racing him yesterday. I took his setup, kind of looked at it, drove it, and I was like, it's pretty good. I can see where he got the time he did, but you really have to have it just like precise, the car. So these changes made a pretty good difference. Let's see here. We were going to go on to the ECU and engine gearing now. Okay, we're on to ECU, engine, and gearing. Boost pressure set all the way up. As you can see, we've got the radiator opening set to 0%, which gives the car more power. Which, yeah, I think when you're doing time trials, that's probably what you need to do with most cars. I have not been doing that with all the cars, but I do think it makes a pretty significant difference to the speed of the car. So we've got that set. You know, I'm only running 3 laps. The motor's fine for 3 laps. If you were to run longer than that, you're going to blow the motor having it at 0. So keep that in mind. Engine braking, I'm not sure you can even change engine braking on this car at all. It's set to 0. Traction control, I set it to 100%, which actually means that it is going to, because see, it says over there, high values allow more slip. So I've got it set to basically off. Yeah, so that's what we got there. Basically, that's off traction control. There's those settings for you. We will move on to the differential now. Okay, we're on to the differential. Let's see here. We got the geared LSD on. I've got bias ratio power set to 8.0, which is like all, I think it's full to the right. So like locked basically. Clutch LSD was not on, but I turned it on and I jacked the preload up to 220 Newton meters. Newton meters? Millimeters? I'm not sure. I think it's Newton meters. Not exactly sure. Turn that up, so I was locking up the front differential more. I also turned the viscous LSD to as high as it'll go as well, so we were kind of trying to lock the front up a bit. And between the differential and the dampener settings that I made today, the car handles far better than it did before. Like, it's not even really funny how much better it is. So that's going to do it for the differential there. We're going to move on to the 3 laps. Like I said, I did have to use my phone's recording for the audio on it, so you may hear my shifter clinking a bit into gears. Not too bad. My voice won't be as clear as this here, but luckily I had another recording with the voice in it, so you can at least hear what I was saying during the run, because it's an exciting one. Alright, let's jump to the 3 laps, shall we? Hope you enjoy. This one today, I'm feeling good about it. This car is feeling really good after what I did to it. After making the dampening and differential changes, it handles way better than it did when I was driving it before. I was struggling to get 232s, and now we're down in the 230s, so quite good. Maybe a little wide there. It'll be alright though. This fast right-hander up here, I'm carrying around 3 to 4 miles an hour more speed. Pretty good. You can really brake late in this car. 120 down through here. Hard on the brakes, 4th gear. Yeah, dive her in. Let her go out. Yeah, right here I'm getting like 3 miles an hour faster through that section. Consistently. Hard on the brakes, 3rd gear. Back on the gas. Dive it in a bit. Not bad, not bad. I ran a 230.065, which is quite good actually. So I'm hoping to beat that. 5th gear. Gotta get this corner right. Nice, nice, nice. Went through there nicely. Go hard on the brakes, 4th gear. 3rd gear. A little left foot braking. Dove her in there pretty hard. I don't know, it might have been too much. Oh, feels like we got out of that good. I used 2nd gear that time instead of 3rd. We're going to find out when we get down here. Now we're a little bit behind. Not bad though. Not bad, not bad. Oh, only slightly. Fourth gear, 3rd gear. There we go, I got her on that nice. Man, it handles so well now. That tightened up front end. Back on the gas. So going for this. Come on. Oh man, that's good. Oh, that's really good. Oh, is that better? That was better than my other time. The 011. Oh man. All right. I want to get that 229. I want it so bad this time around. I've been through a lot with this car in the last day. Some up and downs with this thing. The slow cars I find are the really hard ones to get to go really fast. Because you have to keep your momentum, especially on a track like this where you're going uphill. It's so important that you don't brake too much, don't use too much steering input. You gotta use just the right amount of everything. Small little movements. A little bit behind, not bad though. Second sector's where I'm losing all my time anyway. We need to get down through here quicker. I'm gonna need to just hold fourth gear through here until we get up over the hill. There we go. Right, we're in. Nice and easy, holding some good speed. Hard on the brakes, fourth gear. Hard on the brakes again. Just likes to slide out right there. Dive it in. That was pretty good. Come on, baby. We're a little slow in the first sector, but if we can get the second sector right, we're going to be in business. I was only slightly behind that first sector. Oh, we're a little bit ahead. Whew, I'm breathing hard. We're breathing a lot harder this lap. So, we're on lap 2. This is an intense one for me, I'm telling you. I know it's strange for being in such a slow car, but it's a very intense one for me. Really had to learn how to drive this thing. Come on, baby. Let's do this. Let her go, let her go. Come on, I want that 229. Come on, baby. That's a world record, boys. First one in a car that I did not think I was going to get it in. Woo! Take another lap. We got 3. We're on lap 3, I believe. Oh, man. Feel a little shaky after that one. That is a world record, boys. Whew. Cannot believe it, I did it. Oh, I'm telling you, I couldn't get below a 232 like 0.4 before I started driving again today, and I made some changes, and we just are just going now. This thing handles like you wouldn't believe. I don't care how far behind I am ecstatic right now. Whew! Cannot believe that just happened. It's my first world record on Project Cars 2 in any car, any track. I've been close many of times. Fourth gear, third gear. I was getting that bottom part of the mountain pretty well this time around. Getting a lot quicker at it. The downhill section. Whew, it just doesn't matter. It absolutely does not matter. Oh man. Fourth gear, third gear. Take it home. Yeah. All right. Whew. 229,670. I had to make sure I saw that right. Well, let's go put that one up on the board. Oh man. What an exciting adventure in this car. It's unreal. Look at that. I did it finally. A .31, I'm ahead by .312. A 229,670 in the Audi A1 Quattro. This is not the car I expected to get a world record in. Whew, boy, what a fun one. All right, well, that is going to do it for today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, this has been a hell of a ride with this car. Drove it for around 2 hours yesterday, and I could not get below a 232. And then I hopped on this morning, changed a few things, and bam, just like that. Alright, so the next car is going to be this thing here, the Audi R18 Fuji 2016. Ooh, that's going to be a fast one. I believe the time is like a 140 with this car. So we got some race cars coming up. Look at this, 4 in a row. This is one of my favorites right here. Can't wait to drive it. Alright, everybody. I will see you guys next time. Peace.